Hey, thanks for checking out Brandon Fitness today. We're talking about building bodies over 50. And basically, for all of you who are kind of sitting there at home, just chilling, contemplating, looking at things on social media, 10 ways to work your hips, to loosen up, all these different abs exercises, a thicker back. Then you're looking at all these guys doing all these funky moves, calisthenics, this flow stuff, animal movement, these kettlebells, yoga, and you're like, yoga never used to look like that before. So it's just like you're like, where do I begin? And it's right now, like as I'm looking at social media and I'm looking what's out there, I'm just like, wow. Even I feel like overwhelmed at times. Like, okay, what things can I add? What things are different? Is it really useful or not? Or is it pointless? All those factors. Trying them out, testing them, see what you get. Um, it is so overwhelming, especially when you're just sitting there at home. You gotta change. You gotta get active, but you're just like, man, I don't know where to begin. And then to go into a gym and all that atmosphere and seeing all those people, they know what they're doing, and you just feel so lost and clueless. And it's like, okay, hey, I know I need a trainer, but with how things are right now, can I afford it? Well, how important is your health, really? Because for me, I made that choice because I knew I needed to change and I wasn't mentally prepared to do it on my own. But hey, that's why I'm doing this. If you can't afford the trainer, but you need that help, you need that motivation, you need that someone to be there to reach out to. Hey, that's what we're here for. So we've been there, we get it. I know what it was like when I started. Full dad bod 195. But now, I'm about a buck 70, 173 ish, 174. Body fat's probably like at 6% right now. So it's just like, yeah, I had a goal 53. It's coming up in another week or so. And, you know, that was my thing. Now it's like, okay, I gotta put on a little bit more weight again. But for me, I just wanted to see the difference because for me, doing some of my calisthenic stuff, the lighter made it easier. That's all. You gotta know what your purpose is. You gotta know what you want. And if you need some help, ask. But basically, the thing that you need to know, and the thing I'll ask you, is what do you want to look like? What do you want to feel like? What do you want to be able to do? What is your purpose? Because for everyone, it's different. And some people, when they're describing it, they're saying it differently, but they're kind of describing the same thing. So it's understanding what your goals really are and helping you achieve them. And remember, it's one day at a time. Some days you're just like, no, but you're going to get back at it the next day if that happens. That's the difference. There's going to be, it's not something you're going to be quitting because all you're doing is changing your lifestyle. So what you're doing is incorporating things that you've never done before because they're going to have value, and that is your health. You're now putting yourself up here. In the past, you looked at jobs and other people and other things more important than yourself because that's why you're in the situation you're in, let's be honest. But now you're making yourself number one. So it is going to be a change, but you're going to prioritize you. So these things are going to be things you're going to want to do because of how it makes you feel. So when you're getting up from this couch and you're starting this journey, it's progression, it's steps, it's goals, short term and long term. You got to be motivated, and getting that within yourself is hard. So that's why I've started this because we all need that help. We all need that little push. We all need that support with everything we do in life. You just need to know that someone's there and they care. That you're not alone on this journey. And that's what I'm here for, because when I started mine, it was me basically putting my money where my mouth was. I always said if they ever opened up a gym within walking distance of my home, I would go. And I kept my word. Prior, like I've always said in the prior clips, 2 weeks, 2 months tops, and that was it. I didn't have what to take. I hated it. But like I said, as we get older, we start feeling a certain way, and we start asking ourselves, okay, how's the rest of our life going to be? How are we going to feel? How are we going to get through this? Because where we're at now, this isn't looking too good. And as you can see by me, it's not impossible to change. I mean, you want natural, you want to know how I am, how I look at this point in my life, well, there you go. So, it's not impossible. Did I ever think I'd see that? No. I'm being friggin' honest, no fucking way. I had the fucking belly man. I had the dad bod. I never thought I'd see that shit. That was just like fucking figment of my imagination. Let's be real. But I knew how I wanted to look and feel. And I started my journey after 40. I'm 53, so it was about 11, 12 years ago now. Wow. Time flies. And I can do things I can never do when I was in my 20s. So I'm kind of proud of myself, because for most of my life, I always come up short. I never follow through with a lot of things. I just stop right at the finish line. And I'm ADHD, and I never realized how much it did affect me until I learned more about it, and now I'm changing it. But yeah, the fitness thing was the one thing I've been able to do. It's the one thing my ADHD did not stop me from completing, or I just kept going. Like, it was just, I was not going to live in pain anymore. There was no fucking way. That shit was over and done. So, if you're tired of being in pain and you want to get your ass off that couch, right there, you know what I mean? Message me, ask questions. That's what we're here for. Men, women, we'll get you covered. I'll talk to the ladies. I'll get their input on any questions you may have. And guys, I'll talk to my associates. I'll talk to other guys my age, other guys who've been training for years that I know. And we'll give you all the information that we have. So we can help you on your fitness journey. We can help you get started and figure out your plan. All right? Let's get going.